Tonight is going to be super exciting. We're going to be talking about technology in our fishing and hunting world. I want you to call in tonight or text us. What is your favorite piece of technology that you use today for hunting and fishing? Also, have you ever caught a 16 and a 3/4 pound bass? We know a guy that has, and he's going to be calling in the show tonight. I'm going to feel him out, maybe find a secret spot. So do me a favor, grab your technology, buddy, because we're going outdoors.
You're listening to Rodney Rogers Outdoors Radio, where we turn it upside down and look at the outside from the inside out. It's safe, it's legal, and we're having a blast. So put your shoes on, my friend, because we're going outdoors.
Welcome to Rodney Rogers Outdoors. I am Rodney Rogers. That right there.
When you're smiling.
How dare you. Michael, the man himself. Mike McCoy, how are you, brother?
I'm good.
How was your weekend?
Sorry for the delay. I had a few little things to take care of, but I'm back.
I tell you what,
My
you
bad,
got us
my
so
bad,
hooked up that I don't
my
even know when something goes wrong. I don't even know how you know where to start.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
You looked at me and said, move that button to the right. Now, there's only 45,000 buttons somewhere
Not
up
the
in-
landing gear, not the landing gear.
Exactly. Good thing I'm not your co-pilot, or we would not be in the air right now.
How you doing?
Good job, brother.
I am ready to relax,
Oh, man.
stretch it out. We got a lot to talk about.
We got a lot to talk about, so we'll just get right into meat and potatoes. This is our 1 hour vacation, man. This is what we look forward to every week. I'm still got this little sinus thing going on. I'm
It's
at
lingering,
the end of
huh?
it. It's coming. I'm wearing it. I avoided it all winter, and it hit me right at the spring. So, but it's coming down to the very end. You can reach us a couple different ways tonight. You can call us because we're going to be asking for your calls.
Write this down, folks.
Write it down. Check it out.
Or look at the screen.
Or look at the screen. It's right here at the bottom. As a matter of fact, it's right there. There it is, right there. Now I can see it.
Yeah.
You can 262-345-7763. You can also text us to that number. Mike and I will see it if you have a question. We're going to be asking you questions. What's the technology that you use when you hunt or fish? You're going to see me use my hands a lot because that's what I do. If I put them down, there ain't no show. The show is canceled.
That's right.
I keep my hands down.
You'll hear this sound.
And we just go out. So you can also tweet us. If you're on Twitter, hashtag RROR. Tweet us your favorite technology. And I'm going to tell you why, because we used it heavily this weekend. And then it dawned on me that how much I really rely on our technology. So call us, tweet us, text us if you don't want to do that. Email. There's 100 different ways to get a hold of us. And we'll answer your questions right here on live. You know, we do our mail every night. We just got so much. And, Mike, your intro pumps me up for the show.
Me too.
I mean, it really pumps
Me
me
too.
And you know, and you play. We have a YouTube channel. If you don't follow us on YouTube, and Mike has now he's interjected some of our YouTube videos. That video you just saw, our 45-second fillet, is an old one, man.
That's
Let me
an
tell
old
you,
one.
that's an old one.
You look less tan back then. less.
I didn't have my
Tan.
goatee. I didn't. That was in our beginning stages.
You've shaved.
I did shave. I did. I got rid of the scruffy.
I just
I looked
noticed.
like a homeless man.
You
And
snuck
you know,
in the back way. Didn't see.
and-
Yeah, you were getting
Yeah.
mutton chops. What do they call those things? You were.
They call it the scrag.
No, I didn't think it was homeless, but it's a look.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's. Yeah. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. I was trying to, every once in a while, I try to grow my beard to see, how do I do? And it's just, I'm not
I
manly
just
yet.
noticed that.
Those guys, I'm jealous.
It was on my notes to make fun of you about your mutton chops, but they're gone. Joke's on me.
Yeah, the joke's on you. You could grow a beard, 15 minutes,
Yeah, I don't
20
know.
minutes. You shave by the
I
time you
can't
get to work.
stand it, though.
Yeah.
I get scratchy.
See, we always want what we can't have,
I know.
Mike. You know what I mean? I'm in my dad. I'm the only one in my family that cannot instantly grow a beard.
Yeah.
I mean, this is months
Well, I
and months.
remember your
and
mom complaining about that.
Yeah.
She just got all scratchy and just.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
That was awesome. So, man, obviously, we went down to South Florida this weekend. We fished in the Snakehead tournament, which
You had a party.
we had a great time down there, man. I mean, we had a fantastic time. Daniel throws a phenomenal tournament.
So put on by Daniel.
JD's Custom
JD's
Baits.
Custom
Yeah.
Baits.
And Daniel Belichick, the one that was on our show last week, was it? Or week before
Couple
last?
weeks ago,
Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Man, I'm gonna tell you what, he hooked us up. This dude makes this frog.
So, man,
Okay.
there's so much. We got
I know.
no, bring him on.
Oh,
Bring
yeah,
these frogs
I'm
on.
bringing 'em, I'm
But we've
bringing
got because he does this Snakehead tournament. Is it in conjunction with the FWC or the FWC
Yes,
is
it
there?
is, it is in conjunction with them. They want to know the count. They want to know how we're doing. So basically, once you catch your snakeheads, they want to know how many snakeheads you caught. Of course, you have to dispatch the snakehead. You can't transport a live snakehead. It is an invasive species, so it can't be alive when you transport it. You have to, weigh it in. You gotta. It's a tournament, and
You
they
got
want to
down
know.
there early Saturday morning. Everybody meet and go
Yeah,
over the rules. Is that how
exactly.
this went down?
Your captain's meeting is technically in the morning. It's the 15th of every month, or it's the 15th of the Saturday of every month.
Okay.
So it is. If you've never done it, I mean, I don't expect to win when we go down there because there's some locals. We got Corey and his dad Ed that just nail it every single time. Don't even think you're gonna win. These guys got it nailed. They live there. It's what they do. They're on the snake, and they're on giant snakeheads. We go down for the fun of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
It's a great environment. It's so cool to go down there. Randy, Todd, Hector, Nick, Candace, and Nico.
That's great.
I mean, we had a team from Orlando go
Yeah.
down there, and we fished in 4 different areas. And we didn't do too good. I didn't do as good as I normally did.
Well, I saw the first one you posted on Facebook that you had in the boat that kind of
It's a
jumped
good
out.
fish.
That was a decent.
And that
one.
was immediately.
Yeah.
The wind was so bad, it was basically I had to put Hector on the front of the boat to fish
Really?
while I tried to
Okay.
control the trolling motor and the motor because the water levels are so down
You're
there.
just down in the canals. I think you said
Yeah, we were in
441 or something.
canal off of C14 canal.
C14.
Which is full of snakeheads, But right now they're moving with the water down. It's just, it's a mess down there. So you saw we caught peacock bass again.
Did everybody get a snakehead?
No, everybody didn't. I didn't even get one. Honestly, the whole time fishing on the boat, I don't think I made 50 casts, to tell you the truth.
Really?
Just trying to control the boat with the wind. If you know, Saturday, the wind was crazy, man. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. So, you know who I saw down there that I didn't get a chance to say hi? He was just so busy.
Who?
Joe Hector. With the
Oh, really?
Yep, with the offshore tournament trail, the kayak tournament trail, offshore series, extreme offshore kayak trail. I saw him. I wanted to say hi and get a picture with him.
Oh, wow.
So
Was he in the tournament or
no,
just
he
there?
was just down there filming,
Okay, that's
documenting,
cool.
because he lives down there in Fort
Yeah,
Lauderdale.
yeah.
Because they're going over to Bahamas for the Bahama shootouts. Telling you, man, I get a kayak, Hector or Joe Hector. I will be there. I get a kayak, I will be there. You know what? Academy has a kayak right now that's like a Hobie. It's it's the paddling kayak. So I'm gonna do some. I'm gonna do my research to see if anybody has had good luck with that thing. We're offshore.
The Bahamas is a long way.
To
Right.
paddle
To
anyway.
paddle,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what? They have such a blast. Anyway, man.
Who's that guy?
That's Hector the man.
Or excuse
right
me,
there.
this guy.
This guy on this side. That's Hector. Little fella caught a little bitty peacock bass. Man, check him out. We love catching things on artificial bait. So Hector actually figured out these Yozuris that we use. The peacocks love them. That's how we found out about the Yozuris. And here you got Nick with his first peacock bass. He's got a beautiful male peacock right there. See the hump on his head? Beautiful male bass.
yeah.
And the fish has a hump too.
Good one,
Good
Rodney.
one. So both hump heads right there.
I wasn't quick enough.
So, hopefully we took a decent picture of him with that fish. That was his first peacock. His son caught his first peacock. And, Nick's girlfriend Candace caught her first peacock. So everybody got their first peacock down there. Except, hey, look at that handsome fish right there, man. That's a female right there. You know what? Check this out. We were on a bed. Candace pulls a big male off. She pulled a big male off the bed, and there was a female left. And I said, "Oh, let me catch that female." So she was kind enough to let me catch the female off the bed. We just put that Yozuri right in the bed, man. These fish are so aggressive. They're like, I'm not going to have that. And, man, when they come in, dude, they come in like a rocket.
Really?
I mean, if you see that little scar on my little cut on my thumb, that's from trying to hold the fish.
Oh, really?
And they flop so viciously, their little teeth just sandpaper you because they got teeth like a bass.
They're hyperactive.
Yeah, it's not like they got huge, teeth. There's Nico with a nice little male bass peacock right there. Nico caught a couple while he was down there. We didn't stay long peacock fishing. It was at the end of the day. Everybody was tired.
Sure. Nice little bonus at the
Todd
end of the
got
day.
his first snakehead down there. Good job, Todd.
Yeah, Todd just texted in, said I got my first snakehead on Saturday.
He did, and he caught a super nice largemouth while we were fishing for peacocks. He was like, "Dang it, man, I was hoping it was a peacock." Now we know where to go. We're going to go down there. I'm going to take Todd and Randy specifically when nobody's tired, and we're just going to go down there and do some peacock fishing. So, there's Candace, Nick's girlfriend, with the male that was on the same bed I pulled the female off of. She was excited. It was at the end of the day. We're coming to the end. We're about ready to leave. We done hit our last fishing spot. And, and she pulled out a real nice peacock bass. I had caught a couple, and they came off on the bank, and I chased them down the bank, and they flopped in the water. So
A year ago, you hadn't caught your first one, and now you're just...
Now we're peacock
old hat.
specialists,
Yeah.
man. This is old news. But it's fun. These things are just absolutely vicious. And this is Captain Mike. You know what? Captain Mike took us to the spot that we were at. So, as I said, I can't thank Captain Mike enough, man. He was definitely instrumental in this. Hector hooked us up with now Captain Mike has a YouTube channel. So, where he teaches you how to catch bass. I mean, this guy is one of the coolest guys I've ever met right here. Captain Mike is just cool. Awesome, man. I can't thank him enough. So, I mean, he hooked us up. He said, "Look, here's what we're gonna get some shiner. We're gonna go catch some peacocks. That's just all there is to it." And he did, man. He put us on a phenomenal spot. And he's just so. I told Captain Mike, if you're ever up in Central Florida, we're gonna nail this, nail some big bass. So here I caught just a little cichlid. It's just like a little. It's a weird little fish that's down there. It's just one of those little fish that I caught it off my Yozuri, and just a cool fish. There's so many neat fish down there, Mike. It's like a grown fella in a Chuck E. Cheese when you're down there. So many weird lizards. We've seen some Jesus lizards. If you want to Google that, that's pretty awesome. There's Todd with his 3-pound bass. Here we're catching peacocks. Todd pulls in a real nice bass. And he's like, "Dang it, the one time I don't want a largemouth bass."
Oh, really?
The previous picture was Hector. Hector caught, I think Hector caught like 4, 5, 6, 7 bass while we were down there. And 2 little peacocks and the snakehead. So he got what's called the South Florida Slam, which is a peacock, a largemouth, and a snakehead.
Okay.
So that's called a South Florida Slam. And so did Nick, for that matter. Nick caught a peacock, a snakehead, and he caught his first snakehead down there. And Candace caught her first snakehead. So
that's
overall,
what you call a successful day.
you know what? That's what we were there for.
Hey, last week I promised something, and Todd was kind enough to just Twitter in a photograph.
Oh, yes.
And as I promised, I can now pull Twitter pictures up directly on live.
Oh, there you go.
So there's the photograph that Todd just sent us in.
Awesome, Todd.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's his snakehead right there. Check him out. They had some giants down there, man. They were just absolute giant snakeheads. I mean, it was just crazy. So, but yeah, that was my weekend, man. And then, so I don't even know what I did Sunday. I think I rested or something. I did.
Well, you were sick.
I did something. No.
Were you sick? Was it?
No, I wasn't
that was a
sick.
week ago.
Yeah, it was just busy this weekend. So here's Daniel's frogs, man. I mean, he hooked us up with some frogs.
There you go.
And I'll tell you what, look at these things. He's got a small and a large frog. So I'm going to be running these this week. See if we can't pull something off Daniel's frogs. I love them because they're super strong. So check him out at JD's Custom Baits.
Give me what's in your hand right there.
Okay, you got it.
And because we're going to
What are we going to do?
tonight, we're talking about the tangled web of technology.
Okay, right on. Yep, we are.
And as you mentioned earlier, our phone number.
262-345-7763.
And what we want is you guys to call in, share with us your favorite bit of technology. This could be anything.
Yeah.
Think you're using technology. You haven't go, oh, that's technology. I mean,
Yeah.
it's so ingrained
Absolutely.
into every breath that we take now
Yes.
that you don't even realize. You would be shocked for the moments that you weren't.
That you weren't using it. Absolutely.
But think about it. Call in.
Yeah.
So I just stole these from you.
You're the stealer.
And
You're the
I will personally send these out in the mail to maybe somebody we picked tonight.
sweet.
So
Good deal, man.
participants, here's
We'll throw in some more.
some rubber stuff for you.
I mean, I've got enough to share here.
Okay.
So
we'd love some participation, maybe a few surprises along the way. But
and Daniel will make some custom baits for you. So just tell him the colors, man. He'll hook you up. So
yeah, let's do this because time.
okay, let's do it.
We always bite
Yes.
off more than we can chew.
Yes, we do.
Very slim news.
Yes.
FWC is very thin on current news, but there
Okay.
was an update to one that I want to talk about.
Okay.
Actually, I don't even too many buttons.
Okay.
But you probably have more briefed on this than I am.
Right.
The TrophyCatch Florida
TrophyCatch Florida, a largemouth bass.
has announced a new leader
Yes.
in the 2017
Yes.
competition.
Which is now the weight of it is now 16 3/4 pounds, 16.75. So that's 16 pounds 3/4, 16 ounces, about 16 pounds 9 ounces, or 10. Yeah, but right at 16 pound 10 ounces is what it is. That's a giant bass, man. I mean that thing is just humongous. Now he leads. If no one catches a bass bigger than that, he actually qualifies for what's called the Trophy Catch Program Hall of Fame.
Okay, right.
Anything
Already,
over
yes.
13 pounds. Now, when I caught my 13 pounders, that trophy that didn't exist.
Now I believe it's got to be 8 pounds to
To qualify
to be able to
it's 8
submit it.
To be able to submit your trophy catch, you have to hold your fish up with your scale, and you can't touch your fish. You have to have a picture of you, your scale, and all this stuff. You're all in the same picture. So if you catch an 8-pound bass or better, man, throw it in there. I mean, who knows what you can win? There's a ton of stuff that they give away for this. So it's absolutely awesome. And man, we're going to be talking to Dominic hopefully tonight.
Yeah, Dominic Montalto.
He's going to be calling in. We're going to be talking to him about a 16. I've never talked to anybody that's caught a 16-pound bass. I know I've missed some that were that big. Every fish I ever got away was that big or bigger. I guarantee you. So, man, I'm excited to talk to him. I can't wait.
Good.
Yeah, man.
But I wanted to get at least the brief introduction on because he's going to
Absolutely.
call soon. Let's try to get a few questions in before
Okay,
we get there,
let's
and
do
then
it.
we'll talk tech.
And I'm
Maybe.
going to unbox my line cutters box at the end of the show. Let's
Okay.
do that at the end.
That'll
How's
be
that
the
sound?
end. Wow.
I got some cool stuff here,
Wow.
man. I'm just eager
Wow.
to.
Can you slow the clock
I'm
down?
sorry,
And we
man.
got a late start, so we'll
We
run,
did,
probably
so-
run a few minutes late here.
Okay.
But before we go there, Rodney,
Let's do it.
You've got mail.
Letters, we get letters, we get
Stop, whoa, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Send me an email with all the details.
Another freaking email. Another freaking email song.
Yeah, I'm a top flight, hold you tight, get you there by daylight, do you right overnight mail.
here comes.
Woohoo!
As always, nice job. And if never mind,
Yeah.
never mind. Nice job. That's what I meant to
Nice
say.
job.
Rodney Justin H. from Hillsborough, Tennessee says, "What is pitching and flipping?"
Oh, pitching and flipping. Man, that is a great question, Justin. And I'm going to squeeze it all.
Do it.
Pitching is when you pitch your bait. Now, that's usually 15 feet or more, up to 25 feet. That's basically when you just pitch it out there and you want a soft landing. So you're going to just take your lure, and we're gonna do a video on pitching and flipping. We got that in the works actually right now. Flipping is basically when you're like 10 feet or less, you're just kind of flipping your lure right to the vegetation, real thick vegetation, with a real heavy jig or a weight or a worm or something, and you're letting it drop down in that vegetation. So you're going to flip it right into the grass and let it sink. Speaking of which, we might have an awesome flipper here right now.
Yeah, we're gonna put the emails on hold for a second. Jump on for the phone calls. Dominic, you there, buddy?
Oh, we lost him. There we go. We're going to do it again.
Helps if I click on the right button.
There you go.
It's a bad
Thank you for calling Rodney Rogers Outdoors.
Hey, Dominic.
Dominic, how are you, buddy?
Dominic.
We were just bragging
Good.
about you.
Oh, yeah, the big old bass.
Dude, for everybody
Yeah.
that's listening and watching the show right now, we're talking to Dominic. Dominic, how you say your last name?
Montalto.
Oh, Montalto. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I got it right. There we go. And Dominic is the current leader in the Trophy Catch program with a 16 3/4 ounce bass. 3/4 pound bass. I'm sorry. Not 3/4 ounce. That's a whole lot of difference. Dominic, I'm eager to tear into, oh my God, dude, how long have you been bass fishing, first of all?
Oh, I've been fishing since I was like 2, but I've been bass fishing for as long as I can remember.
Okay.
I mean, I know I started when I was 2, but I've been bass fishing since I could walk. My dad taught me, and my mom and my dad taught me, actually. They're both fishermen. But,
Now, your dad
I started out throwing the Senko.
Now your dad is Joe, is that his name?
Yeah, Joe Montalto.
Okay, and I was doing a little bit of reading on, he obviously, man, that's my kind of dad. I think most fishermen, their dads or grandparents, started fishing. And I was interested when I was reading the article that you guys moved to Florida from Illinois.
Yeah, we moved last summer in June or July. So haven't even been here a whole year yet.
Oh, right on, man.
Wow.
Now I'll tell you, Dominic, I have been fishing. Now I'm 48, and I've probably got 38 solid years under my belt of actual bass fishing, and of course, your bass is like the dream bass, and I've caught a couple over 13 pounds, and man, to see your bass is almost unreal. What was you thinking did you have any idea of what you was about to hook onto?
Well, I mean, I saw it in the water because I was fishing near a bed.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know it was going to be that big. I was fishing for the male. The male was about 2 or 3 pounds. I was like, all right, might as well get the male. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere comes this one. And I'm like, well, this thing is the biggest fish I've ever seen in my entire life. So, I kept trying to get it. I actually spent a little over an hour trying to get it. I started trying to, I saw it around 5:45, 6, and I didn't hook into it until 7:55.
Wow, man. So you're like that's persistence, dude. You had to know this thing was.
Yeah.
Now, was it like coming in at your bait and just not hitting, and that's kind of what was keeping you there to make you go, crap, this thing is going to bite. I can feel it.
Actually, not at all. It would only come around every 15, 20 minutes. So it would come around for about 3 minutes, then it'd leave for 15 or 20. But whenever I threw my thing in at it, it was just my swim bait. It would just swim right by it. It wouldn't even look at it. So I wasn't really pleased with that. But I mean, I kept trying until when he did hit it, it was dark enough to where I had to take my glasses off and I couldn't see in the water anymore. So I had no idea where it was at.
Oh.
And I actually did one toss right out in front of me, and I just felt a wall, and I just set the hook, and it was it. So I didn't even know where it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
It just sounds like that you pushed her to her absolute point of break, where she you know what? When I tell everybody, we teach people how to fish all the time, and I tell them bed fishing in that situation, like you're explaining, is of the utmost persistence. If you can ignore the male bass and focus on aggravating the female until she just gets sick and absolute tired, of your bait swimming around, then she'll eventually hit. Man, you are proof of that. I mean, the patience that that was a well-earned trophy. I mean, that right there is what you call fishing. I mean, your patience of sitting on there and waiting. Holy moly, man.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't even see it when I hooked it, so it was kind of like I didn't expect it. So when I put it in there, I set the hook and I was like, okay, this is a small fish, because when I was reeling, the drag was going out, but my handle was going, so I didn't know it was that big until it surfaced, and I was like, okay, it's her.
Holy moly! Now, how long was she, Dominic?
Well, I didn't. Okay, here's the
We
thing.
lost everything.
My
We just lost the whole show.
my tape measure. Uh-huh.
Hold on, we got you. Hold on, Dominic.
Hello? Oh,
We
you
just
good?
lost.
Okay.
We lost our ears.
Okay.
Hold on. Oh, he's still there. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm here.
We
Trade me headphones.
trade your headphone. Oh, was it me? Hold on 1 second. We are. Can I put it on?
You've got mail.
Landers. We get landers.
How about now? Can you hear me now, Dominic?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we had some technical crash here, so when we got this much technology piled up, sometimes it has a doodah there.
Yeah.
So what I was talking about is the patience and persistence, man. I can't believe you sat there that long and just waited on this thing. Now, was you at a point where you was about to just give up and roll out of this thing?
Yeah, my friends were with me and they had just left, so they actually saw it in the water. The friends that were with me, they were the ones who saw it too. I saw it first, and I told them to come here and look at it, and they're like, holy crap. So then they had to leave, and I was about to leave because it was getting dark, because I was going to come out the next morning for it and try for it. So I was only going to do a couple more casts. I was going to toss it out, and like I said, it just hit it, and I was like, oh my gosh. So.
Holy moly. That is just... Now, I'm looking at your picture right now, and I'm seeing the belly on this thing, and I can't imagine pulling this thing out of the water and even trying to recognize it as a largemouth bass. I mean, when you pulled it out, what was the first thing that went through your head? Did you have any idea that you were even going to get close? I mean, was you thinking, oh, man, I got my first 10-pounder, or did you pretty much think, man, this has got to be 20 pounds?
I had caught a 9.5 when I was like 13.
Okay.
So I already knew off the bat that this thing was way over that. I looked at it and I was like, oh my gosh. And I started running back and forth. I didn't know what to do. I wasn't really thinking. And I went in my bag to grab my tape measure and it wasn't there. The zipper was open and it fell out in my car.
Oh,
Believe it or
man.
not. So my car was on the other side of the lake and all I had was a scale. We were on a scale, 16.75. I looked at it. I was like, holy. And I redid it, threw it on the scale again, 16.75. And I was like, this bass is a 16.75 pound bass. And I started screaming. I'm surprised my neighbors didn't hear me out there. I mean, not my neighbors,
you know what?
People in the houses, all the neighbors and stuff. I'm surprised they didn't.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, when I catch a 7-pound bass, I scream like that. So, you know, and I, when I caught my first 13, I was hooting on the lake. I was by myself, and I could hear myself hooting on the lake. And I can't imagine, people probably thought you were being abducted or was trying to hold an alien down or something.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised no one came out because I'm pretty sure I lost my voice.
Hey, Dom, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
If you had submitted this to TrophyCatch Florida, you've been in Florida less than a year. How quick, when you got to Florida, did you become part of that program?
What do you mean? Like, when did I become part of TrophyCatch?
Yeah.
The minute he caught that fish,
Well,
I bet.
I mean, you had to have known about it, right, to submit that.
I knew about TrophyCatch. I just didn't know to submit it until that night when my friend was like, hey, you should submit it to TrophyCatch. I was like, oh my gosh, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I went on there, submitted that, and I was like, okay. I had no idea, like, about what really the prizes or anything, like the TrophyCatch thing was. I just knew that there was a thing called TrophyCatch. And so when I went on there, I was like, oh my gosh, I could win all this, and I could, like, be in, like, I don't know. I was like, oh my gosh.
I'll tell you what,
quickly
if you win
submitted
it, Dominic, it's a huge deal. It's a huge prize. The program they have is absolutely awesome. And I will tell you this, I am hot on your heels. I mean, obviously, I want to catch that kind of giant fish. Man, I am super honored to even be talking to the guy who caught a 16 and 3/4 pound bass. You know what I mean? It's just,
Yeah.
for us, it's an absolute. Now, what part of Florida do you live in? Is it North Florida, South Florida? What part do you live in?
Southwest. It's down here in the south. It's near Fort Myers.
Oh, okay. So you're on the west side. Gotcha. Man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I honestly know that area is not really known for its bass fishing, though, is it? I mean, there's a lot of other stuff.
I mean, yeah, I'm from Illinois, so I didn't really know much about Florida. I mean, I knew Florida bass fishing was like there's big bass. I just didn't know where the parts were. So when I heard that not many big bass come out of this part of Florida, I was pretty much amazed because there's a big bass coming out of that area. So.
Yeah, I would have honestly never guessed. Now, you're literally, you're 16 and 3/4 pounds. 3/4 pounds, what, 11 ounces? 10, 11 ounces-ish? Something like that? Oh, or 12 ounces or something like that.
Yeah, 12 ounces. I think it's 12 ounces.
Yeah, I think it's 12 ounces. Now, you're literally 10 ounces away from the state record, man.
That's crazy.
Now, I know you got to be happy about
that's
catching a giant bass, but, man, to think that you're 10 ounces away – that's got to be kind of sickening.
I didn't even know.
Oh, you didn't even know?
I didn't know the record. No, I didn't know what the record was.
Like
I said, I just moved here, so I don't really know anything about Florida. So when I found out the record, I knew the record of Illinois.
Right.
I knew I was over that record.
Oh, yeah.
But I didn't know the record of Florida.
Holy moly, man. That's just absolutely amazing, dude. I mean, it is absolutely amazing. Now, how often do you guys ever make it up into the Orlando area?
I think we were there once to go on a cruise.
Oh, okay.
A couple months ago. That's about it.
Right on, man. Well, I'll tell you this, Dominic. Obviously, we're honored to talk to you. And if you ever make it up into Orlando, man, we'd love to have you and your dad pop in and sit on the show with us. I mean, definitely put us on your schedule. And you can follow us, and I'm going to follow you. I don't know if you got social media, but I'm going to be on you like a hobo on a ham sandwich.
You've been catapulted into the media. I mean, you've talked to quite a few people now, haven't you?
Yeah, I've talked to. I've had like Naples News and a couple other places talk to me about wanting to put my story up, and then I actually saw it go up on USA Today and the news press, so I was pretty excited for that to happen.
Yeah,
and
you
then
should be.
everything else, just crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And you know what? Bass fishing is the state of Florida is one of their most staple diets. I've been on a quest this year to catch 365 bass throughout the whole year, and I actually finished it up in about 2.5 months. Now I'm in I'm deep in the 400 bass range, for the last 3 months. But I mean, nothing like that. I mean, I've caught 400 plus bass this year, and not even a 10-pounder. If that tells you anything, how unique the fish you caught is. I mean, how many bass would you say you've caught this year in a hole?
I have no idea. I mean, I caught 6 today, but that's all I know. I mean, I fish every day, so
right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably close to. I don't know.
That's
not a clue.
That's awesome, man.
Sounds
That's
like
awesome.
Dominic needs to be part of the 365 Bass
365
Challenge.
Bass Challenge Club. That's right there.
Oh yeah.
Well, Dominic, it's an absolute pleasure, man, for you calling the show. This is going to go up on YouTube, iTunes, everywhere we can put it, obviously, and we're going to brag on you.
Dominic, can you stay in touch with us and touch base with you once in a while?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'd love that.
For sure, yeah.
Absolutely, man. Now, do you have brothers and sisters and all that, or?
Yeah, I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. There's actually a really cool story if you have time for it.
Dude, it's your show. Let's hear it.
All right, so I have 2 brothers that have passed away, and one of them passed away when I was 8, and one of them passed away about a couple months ago.
Oh man, so sorry.
Anyways, it's okay. Thank you. But I caught the bass on March 18th, and that was the birthday of my brother who just passed away recently.
Wow.
And then the day the bass was approved was April 12th, and that's my other brother's birthday that passed away.
Holy moly.
So and they're both fishermen, so I know they're looking down on me, helping me with the bass and helping me catch some fish.
Man.
That's not a coincidence.
No, I would agree. That is absolute what we call in this industry fishing fate.
That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
Dominic, that's awesome, man. And God bless you and your brothers, man, and your whole family. And, man, if you ever make it to Orlando, definitely look us up, man. We'd love to meet you guys, have you pop in on the show and just hang out with us, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, me and my parents definitely come in.
Well, I tell you what, congratulations, brother. And if I hope you're the winner of this thing. I really do. You got my vote. And thank you so much for calling, Dominic.
All right, thank you.
All right, buddy.
Take care,
see you later. Bye-bye. Mike, how crazy is that? That is, I mean, it's just looking at that bass is like totally unreal.
Is that what you call a chunk?
That is what you call an absolute pig. That is a pig. I mean, it's just a pig of bass. And you talking about pulling pigs? That man right there pulled a pig.
He's got something to be proud of. I mean, he needs to write.
Yeah.
There's so many cool things about that story, And Dominic, thanks for Reels for allowing us to touch base with you tonight.
Absolutely. Mike, it's a great way to.
Well, it's interesting because I think last week the FWC posted that as part of the news, but they didn't have photos in the feed. I don't think.
Yes,
I'll get back to that. But this week I read it again. There's photos.
Yeah. In their original post, because I got the email, and I meant to talk about that last week, but we were so busy.
We got slammed.
We got slammed, and then
a picture says a million words.
Yeah.
Because when I saw that, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is sick.
But I love the fact that he said he thought he hooked a bowling ball, or compared it to a bowling ball, just the way that.
It was absolutely sick. So I mean, it's just. Man, it's so great to hear. I mean, what a coincidence. I mean, not like you said, the fate of his brother's birthday is falling on the day he caught it and the day he weighed it in and it was official. I mean, wow. That is just totally deep, man.
Yeah, that made my night, being able to talk. Number one, because it's reaching out and touching base with other fellow fishing people around the country, and especially the state in Florida. And he's just down from Illinois. I'm from Illinois as well. I'd love to hear. I meant to ask him where he was from.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, he's down here for less than a year.
So he was in South Florida. I would have thought that bass would have come from North Florida.
Yeah.
South Florida, they have bass, but they're just not known for their giant bass. Central Florida and above, man, maybe I need to reevaluate where I'm fishing at here in Florida.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that either. And
it's just absolutely.
And we should have talked about peacock bass too. I mean, we could have his dad and himself in here for a whole hour and just chat the night away.
Just to sit here and talk fishing.
We spin it on a dime, Rodney, and
we do.
Turning with the wind, and I think we need to make another change. Here's what we should do.
Okay, let's readjust.
You can veto this because you're the boss.
I'm all for it. Whatever, you're brilliant.
Let's go back, just because of time.
Yeah, time. I agree.
I was looking forward. My wife asked me, "You looking forward to the show tonight?" I'm like, "Of course, we're talking tech."
Yeah,
I'm definitely looking forward to the show. And of course, it's the perfect night to have technical problems.
Right, when we're talking tech. So I think you're going to say, let's push tech to next week.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And give people a week to think about it.
Yes.
Call back in.
Yes.
I'll hold on to these things.
And I'll throw some grubs in with them too.
I've got some other. Maybe we just have a call in. That's it. We'll start right off the bat.
Yeah.
Maybe we skip viewer mail, and we
start calling in.
I've got a. And
we'll
let's
put
just
a package together.
Dig through your drawers, Rodney.
You can.
Not now. When you get home, those drawers.
Oh, the other drawers.
The other drawers.
Our giveaway drawers.
Let's just have a grab bag giveaway thing.
The one thing I forgot to ask him, what did he catch it on?
Yeah, it's actually on the FWC.
Okay.
It says actually what reel he caught it on.
Yeah, it's a reel. I think he said he was using a Cinco. I think he actually started, and I kind of blurted. I mean, I was so excited. See, to me, celebrities are subjective, or what's the word I'm looking for? Relative. To me, Dominic, in my book, is a celebrity. You catch a bass like that, it's unique. I'm not going to know anyone else that catches a 16-pound bass.
So, guys, go to the FWC website, look in recent news. It says Dominic was fishing from shore around dusk using a Johnny Morris Titanium 8 heavy action rod
8
with a
foot,
Bass Pro Shops Pro Qualifier 7.1 reel and a XPS Z9R perch swim bait lure in bluegill color.
Ooh, that's the Bass Pro edition of that's the one I use. It's literally the one I use. So yeah, oh man, good job, Dominic.
19 years old, been in Florida less than a year, and he's already
smacked all of us.
Already talking to USA Today.
Already. Ain't been here 15 minutes. That's like the guy who walks up, pulls the handle to the slot machine, and
Gets his
wins
money
$8
and walks
million.
out.
You know, good job, man.
Yeah. Wouldn't want it any other way, right, Rodney?
It couldn't happen to a better guy, man. I mean, honestly, you know, that's what I want to see, man. That's just 19 years old, so you don't think he's not hooked to Florida bass fishing. I mean, obviously that's going to be hard to top, but he can do it. And I forgot to ask him if he released it.
I'm telling you, there's a million other questions.
I know, man. There's a whole show there, man. So
I'm going to keep another hour set aside for us in the near future.
Absolutely. We'll touch base with him again. Yeah, absolutely.
So do you feel like picking back up?
Let's do it
with the letters. And
yeah,
the
let's do it, man.
Let's
finish it out with that.
Pitching and flipping. We talked about that, right?
Yeah, and then we'll use our last few minutes to
dig through your grab bag over there.
The grab bag. Okay, go ahead.
So then we'll know about next week, and I'll look forward to that.
Absolutely.
Tech. Okay. Trace M from Ocala, Florida, Rodney says, "What are the best lures and colors?" I can tell you it's probably a bluegill color, based on
for bass. We already know XPS.
Best lures and colors to use in brownish waters with muddy gray bottoms.
I'll tell you what. Here's what I do. I mean, I use and each lake is going to be different. Colors are subjective, and let me tell you why. Temperature makes more difference than anything. And tonight, we were going to talk about temperature. Tonight, we were going to talk about the temperature. But this is a temperature gauge, and as you can see, you might be able to see the numbers right there. Right now, it's 78 degrees. Water temperature makes the big difference when you're fishing water clarity. So here's what I want you to do. I want you not to buy a temperature gauge, but I want you to kind of put your fingers in if it's warm, if it's cold, and then gauge from there. So once we got in that muddy water, there are colors that are a lot more visible in muddy water, lighter and darker and all that stuff. So what you want to do is, if you have a soft bait that you normally use, a little bit darker, try that out first, and then work to your lighter colors. There's been days when browns have worked for me phenomenally in that kind of water, but one day I had a brown lure with a chartreuse jig head. I was catching fish, but I could see the chartreuse way ahead of my brown jig itself. So I put a chartreuse jig on my chartreuse jig on that chartreuse jig head, and it glowed. I mean, it was like I had a light on it, and I tripled the amount of bass that I caught. So start dark, and then work your way to a lighter color. Chartreuse will shine in the water a lot better than white will, especially those murky waters.
Oh yeah.
So give that a shot. Chartreuse spinnerbaits is one of my favorites, especially in murky water. So, man, there's definitely a good for you. A good way to start.
That is a good one. This came in through the Rodney Rogers Outdoors website. You can always go to there and click on any of the email addresses, and we'll get your questions that way too. I'm getting into bow hunting. What is the best way to control my scent? And it is important. Let me start by saying Rodney might not be the best person to tell you how to control your scent.
Scent is very important. It is, especially bow hunting, because you're within 10 or 15 yards of the deer. You want to get a lot closer. Rifle hunting, you're 300 yards. Not so important.
Okay.
So once you close that distance, scent is a lot easier to pick up. And it's on the way to your stand or your location is where it's most important. So they make a ton of different scent sprays, scent away. They make scent suits. They make scent soap. They make scent scentless shampoo that kind of subdues your scent until you get out there. So the key is to use all those things. Now, what I did with all my bow hunting gear, I would wash it in the scent free, and I would let it dry outside. I would hang it up to dry outside, not in your dryer where your fabric softener has been. So I would hang it to dry outside, and then when it dried, I would fold it up and I would vacuum pack it. That's how, serious I was about hunting. Bow hunting, and I still am. And I would vacuum pack it in bags. A shirt, pants, and set in each vacuum pack. And I have 3 or 4 sets that I would take camping with them, and I wouldn't cut them open until I got to where I was hunting. Then I would spray myself with scent spray, or put some cover scent on. Cover scent being doe urine or something like fox urine, not fox, but some kind of cover scent. So, and then I would walk to my tree stand, and believe it or not, I saw a lot more animals, deer, hogs. Once I got that scent covered. So, the key is scent for bow hunting, and by all means, excuse me, I just burped right in the mic. And then the best way to control your scent, absolutely. So thank you so much for that question. So now is the time you want to scout for bow season. Antlers have dropped. Deer are getting back to their normal pattern. Right after turkey season, you want to start putting your cameras out, putting your food plots out if you got a food plot, and start that stuff. And we'll be talking about that in the coming weeks.
So it's legit. The scent thing is to pay attention to.
It is something to pay attention to, especially for bow season.
Now let me ask you a question, a practical question. If scent is so important, what do you do about your own? If you need to take a bathroom break out there, does that affect, or do you walk away?
Well,
I mean, how does that?
You know what? It's funny because deer are very curious. I mean, without being too descriptive, if you urinate on a tree, they're going to want to know what that is. They're going to come to it and smell it. Sounds weird. It's the fabric softeners and the scents that they're kind of that they associate with humans. It's not normally our urine. To them, it's just they know it's urine. They're
Makes
like,
sense.
what is that? And I've seen them, go to places where I've peed on a tree and walk up to it and they can tell something's not right. And then the first thing they do is look around, and then they slowly slip off. So a lot of times, take you a jug or something that you can use the bathroom in if you're up in your tree stand. You can put the lid back on and put it in a pocket or something like that. So, and we can go over those techniques coming up. We're going to be doing some bow shoots. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff for bow season this year. I was hoping I'd get back out for turkey season. It's going to be a tight one.
Is it closing soon?
We got about 3 or 4 more weeks.
Okay.
So at the end of this month, it'll be closing back up, and I'm going to be taking a day off to do one more day of turkey hunting.
Okay.
To me, we went out, we found the turkeys, we had them gobbling, we couldn't get them in, so I'm kind of considering that a success. Even though we didn't shoot one, we could have shot him out of the tree, but that's illegal.
You got outdoors.
We did get outdoors. That was the key.
Yeah.
So, phenomenal. Thank you so much for the questions, and don't hesitate to shoot us more questions. We love those questions. I'm going to check the texting service real quick. When I say the texting service, Hector says he caught 9 bass that day.
Wow,
so
that's a good day.
Yeah, he caught 9 bass that day. It was 7 yesterday. He caught, tomorrow will be 12 bass.
Ryan Smith says, nice.
See what I did there?
That's good.
Yeah.
Ryan says, asking if you're going elk hunting this year.
I'm going to try to go elk hunting this year. I had to cancel my hunt last year because I just started this job and I had a lot of stuff going. So we canceled last year. We're going to try to get out this year. We're going to apply for our tags and see if we can't get out this year. Fingers crossed, and hopefully we get that. We apply in June. We're going to apply for mule deer and elk. So
very cool.
We got some hog hunts coming up. I mean, I got a guy that's going to take us hog hunting. So hopefully you're free by that time. I told him I wanted to schedule that when we could film it.
Perfect.
So we're going to do a full hog hunt film, so we can get out there. And
I'm jonesing.
Yeah, we're both going to get to shoot a hog, by the way. So
let's open your gift.
Christmas gift. Let's pop this box open now. Line cutter Vance with line cutter sent us this box, and he put on there the great Rodney Rogers. I don't know if you can see it up there, but and I'm like, man, this guy is the man. And here's what I wanted more than anything. Look at this fancy hat right here. This is not just any hat. I mean, the material of this hat is it's like a I don't even know what it's made.
Wow, that's like something you'd wear to church.
Yeah, it's just amazing. This is a church hat, by the way.
That's your church hat right
there.
This
is my church hat. So it's cool. I mean, it's a real cool hat. So when it's hot out there, especially in Florida, the summer
it
coming,
is. It feels like breathable.
And then he sent me this other hat. I call this my fishing hat where I can put my lures on it. I like the net.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
and Rodney also likes, folks. He likes the stickers on them.
No, you know what?
You take the stickers off and put them on your.
I put them on my visor.
Yeah. So if you're giving Rodney a hat as a gift, leave the sticker on.
Yeah, so I can
part of.
And I keep putting them on my visor. So let's see. Let's reach down in this thing because I'm excited.
And you know what, Rodney, is we do this every time, and I mean, Vance is an old friend now, and the regulars know him.
Yeah.
But 30 seconds worth of line cutters and what this is. I mean, did we just jump in and assume?
Oh, yeah. You know what? What I'm going to do is let's talk about each. So,
okay, perfect.
Yeah. I'm so excited, man.
I know. As you were, Rodney. Sorry to jump in.
So, we have a line cutters edition fish grip. This is the fish grip. Look at this thing. I mean, this thing is just this. Oh man, snakehead heaven right here. Redfish, trout, man. You put that around your neck, you grab that fish. Woohoo! That's what I'm talking. Hold on. Now here's what line cutters. This is their staple. This is where they started. And we did a review on line cutters. And right there, it's the ring that cuts. I mean, it's that simple. And here's the ring. This is what started.
That is not just the ring.
It is absolutely.
That's the new improved.
This is the new improved
flag edition
ring right here. So this one's going to be worn proudly right here. And this is probably, now if you're an offshore fisherman, which I am, and this is going to be worn this weekend, and it fits perfect. I'm now married. This is a hook.
You've always been married to fishing.
I've always been married to fishing, ain't I? So this is a hook puller. So you put that hook right in that eye. And for me, as an offshore fisherman, I can put my trolling rig, my big hook, right through there. And that thing will take a huge hook, and I can pull all these knots. I don't like using the crimps. I like doing knots. And this is important to get that knot pulled straight. Man, that right there is just going to get worn slap out. So I am totally excited. Dude, I'm just excited.
Slap out. I love that.
Slap out. And this is going to go on my keychain. This is going to hold my line cutters and my little ring. It's a little pouch right here. I'm assuming that's what it's for. It's going to hold my line cutters, and it's going to go right here on my bling pouch, which I carry a lanyard around my neck that has pliers and other cutters. And so, oh, man, I'm just so excited. There's all kind of cool stuff. And, of course, I get the line cutter sticker. Now, let me tell you what. I'm not a sticker guy. I don't put stickers on my truck. I've got a Rodney Rogers outdoor sticker. This is the only other sticker that will ever go on my truck. I'm not a sticker guy. I really ain't.
That's awesome.
So there's a Rodney Rogers outdoor sticker, and now there's going to be a line cutter sticker. And that's the only two stickers that will ever go on my truck. So we'll post this. This is Vance's card. Look at that. That's just a sexy card. Even the card is sexy, man. It's just absolutely crazy. So Vance, I cannot thank you enough, brother. You have, this is like Christmas. You're playing Christmas music. we were on the same page right there.
I was going to say, Vance, I should be playing Christmas music. Thanks for making Rodney feel like Christmas morning.
I mean, this is absolutely exciting. These right here are, I mean, just invaluable right here. These are just, so we're going to make you proud, Vance, because you're going to see me with all my, literally wore my other hat out. I mean, I just absolutely wore it out. So, if you want to, you can get Vance's rings. I know a lot of people, if you went to our website, there's a link right there, right to Vance's website, and you can shoot them off right there. And it's just, man, it just click on it. That line puller ring is worth worth its weight in gold. I mean, absolutely worth.
It's amazing.
It's a ingenious idea, man. Just absolutely ingenious. So this pouch will go on my little deal bob there, and I'll have it with me all the time. I'm excited. Thank you, Vance. I appreciate it, man. Love you, dog. I mean, that right there is
nice
job,
job.
Chuck E. Cheese.
He doesn't smile like this too often, Vance.
So
you're gonna put it on your deal bob?
My dilly bob.
Your dilly bob.
My lanyard.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hang everything right here. So this will sit right here on my lanyard, just like that. So, woo! I'm excited, man. That is right there. Is what it's all about.
Yeah, I feel like we rushed through Christmas.
I know, man.
And that's not my thing.
I feel like we need some Christmas lights and all that good stuff up here. So, man, we pulled it off, Mike. You found the glitch that we had earlier.
I'm sorry, dude.
No, dude. Look, I mean,
let's get the tech problems out this week. So next week when we talk about tech, it'll be
smooth sailing. So I don't even know how you did it, because if that was me, I'd just be way out of a show.
We are not stopping here.
Yeah,
so I apologize for that, and especially right in the middle of Dominic's call, but we stayed on and we hiccuped a little bit. We're wrong. I'm excited about next week.
So next week we're going to be talking tech. So you guys get ready to pull out your tech items. Like if it's a laser thermometer that you use when you're fishing, You know, if it's don't
give them.
Oh yeah, if it's whatever your top tech thing is, shoot it to us, email us, and we'll.
Yeah, and I love number one, talking about the things you are already using.
Yeah.
As tech tools, legitimate because it's infiltrated, like I said, our
absolutely.
lives. But also maybe we spend a little bit of time talking about cool, upcoming new tech gadgets.
Absolutely.
Things that are on the horizon, maybe things
Absolutely.
Let's throw it all on there. We'll just start right out of the gates talking tech, and we want huge participation. Maybe Facebook, whatever. Maybe we pull out some more stops.
Maybe we'll push it all week.
Maybe we do.
Yeah. Maybe we will. Maybe we will.
Maybe we do.
I dare us.
Maybe.
I dare us. So, Mike, I never even asked you, how was your weekend, man?
I don't know how. Did I have
It was a weekend?
Yeah, it was a weekend.
Right on.
Yeah. I spent a lot of time screwing things up in here just so we could have glitches.
Right.
And make us realize we're human.
Yeah. Well.
And you don't let down your guard.
You have pulled off the ultimate. You've got screens and screens, pictures and pictures, and you've got.
It's all in the name of progress, Rodney. I assure you.
When you go to my Thursday studio,
I assure you,
Mike, it is
progress.
Bare bones. You wouldn't know how to work the Thursday studio because it's just one thing.
Well, Tuesday is all about you coming and taking off your shoes and doing your thing.
And I literally have
me
my
fly
shoes
in the
off,
plane
by the
for
way.
a Tuesday night.
You're the man.
Rodney, good job tonight.
Thank you, and good job as well.
Dominic,
and thank you, Dominic.
Yeah, sincerely, thank you, Dominic.
Oh my gosh, man, you totally made our night.
Inspirational.
Yes.
Very inspirational.
Yes, and you know what?
I don't know a lot about fishing, but I know what a big fish is.
Now I do too. I used to just strut my feathers with a 13-pounder, but once you hit 16, it's a whole nother level. So anyway, Mike, we got anything coming up?
What do we have coming up, Rodney?
What do we? Nothing. I know you and I are trying to plan we got to get some time free to plan.
It's coming.
I got the bug in Trace's ear, so he's gonna shoot us some dates that we can be. That we're gonna do a live show from just to get together.
Yeah.
So downtown.
Very, very casual, informal, and
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
stay tuned. Follow Rodney on Rodney Rogers Outdoors, and RodneyRogersOutdoors.com.
All of our social media is Rodney Rogers Outdoors, so you can't miss it. And as my mama said 18 trillion times, and I pray I get to say it half as much, you kids get outside and stay.